Hey everyone, this is Dan at SPE Motorsport. On this week's product spotlight, we're going to be going over our oil pan that we're offering for the 2011 to current 6.7 Power Stroke. So one of the things that brought us to doing an oil pan is the fact that the factory oil pans are sometimes plastic depending on the year of the truck. The other thing is they're siliconed on if they're not plastic. They're a steel pan, but they use silicone, which if you're doing any kind of work on the truck, it does kind of suck. The other thing too is if you're running a compound turbo setup or anything additional turbo wise, there really isn't a good way to drain the oil back to the pan. So we put a provision in for that. So we're going to kind of go over some of the key features. So obviously the pan is cast aluminum. One of the things that we wanted to do was ditch the factory gasket from the plastic pan and also ditch the silicone. So we went with a nice built-in O-ring, and then you obviously get the O-ring with the kit as seen here, and all the hardware is included, obviously the bolts and plugs. We even give you the sealant for the plugs. So, but we offer a pry tab, so that's basically if this thing's been on there for a while and it's kind of stuck to the truck, there's an area there to pop it loose without having to drive a tool in it. The other thing that we did with these pans is the drain back. So there's a drain back for an atmospheric turbo if you're running a compound setup, which we supply a plug for that if you're not using it. And then forward of that, we actually have a provision here for an optional heater. So we actually developed a really nice heater kit for this pan. So if you're in really cold climates, and I mean, not extremely cold, but I mean colder than 32 degrees, you know. So if you're in Canada or up north, a lot of people like this option. You know, they like either doing a stick-on style heater or, you know, something along that nature. Well, this gives you a nice direct line right to the oil, so you can heat your oil and also your coolant if you have a block heater. So those are two nice options we added. And then it has unlike a lot of the other pans on the market, we utilize a factory drain plug thread. So if you have an issue with your drain plug or something and you need a replacement, it's factory threads. So if you already have our upgraded stainless drain plug, that'll actually thread right in there, as well as your factory drain plug. So that's a nice option. The other thing, and this is one of the main reasons we did this, is you'll notice if you look at the bottom of the pan, you can see the taper of the pan. And what we were going for with the taper of the pan is so that when it's on the truck and you do pull this drain plug, you can see even where it's threaded and casted to, it actually allows all of the oil to funnel out of the drain plug hole. I know it sounds kind of crazy and you wouldn't think that that would be an issue, but with factory pans, being that the base is flat, it's actually a big problem. There's a lot of oil that ends up laying in the pan. So that was one of the things we wanted to do. We wanted to actually sump the pan so that when you did pull your drain plug out, you were getting every bit of oil out of the pan. Another key feature of the pan is the fact that it's slightly deeper. It's not an extreme amount deeper because we didn't want to hang it down too far, but it does increase the capacity of the truck to 16 quarts. All right, guys, now that we kind of went over that, as I said, 16 quarts of additional oil capacity. Everything to my right here is included with the pan, your O-ring seal, all the hardware, the plugs, the sealant, everything you need to put it on except the drain plug. So as I stated, it uses the factory thread, so you can reuse your factory drain plug if you want, or you can do our upgraded stainless drain plug that has a standard hex socket drive or a 3/8 drive. So if you need to change your oil, all you need to remember to do is take a 3/8 ratchet down. It fits every time. You don't have to remember what size the nut is. So there's that as an option. And then we also have the 3/4 MPT heater element that also threads into the pan. That's an option for really cold environments. So that pretty much covers the oil pan here. If you have any questions on it, whether it be fitment or capacities, or whether you think you need the heating element or not, let us know. Shoot us an email, give us a call. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions. That's it for today. We'll catch you on the next one.